the rice secret that hospitals might not tell you. Hi there, everybody. My name is Dr. Lincoln Clay. I've been a doctor for more than 60 years, and I'm 88 years old. I've spent my life studying health and caring for people, and I've witnessed too many people chasing pricey supplements and miracle cures while ignoring the most basic thing, the rice they eat every day. What I'm about to say may cause some resentment in the food and medical industries, but I can't keep quiet any longer. Unknowingly, too many people are consuming rice. Their health is suffering as a result. I'm here to reveal the often hidden reality about rice and to demonstrate how to transform it from a poisonous food into a nutritious one. I hope that the information I provide today will help you on your path to better health. Please think about clicking the subscribe button on our Healthy Centenarians channel if you found this useful. It would be greatly appreciated. My narrative: I didn't give rice much thought when I was a young doctor in the city. Instead, I would just prescribe medicine for conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure and offer some general dietary guidance. However, I will never forget a 62-year-old retired teacher who was one of my patients. Robert Jones, His blood sugar and cholesterol skyrocketed after he retired, so I placed him on medication. But he continued to gain weight and his feet began to become numb. He constantly sighed since he didn't eat a lot of spicy or greasy cuisine. He lived alone, which was the issue. Back then, he would prepare a large pot of rice, freeze it, and then microwave it. I was unaware of the dangers of that habit. Every time I saw Mr. Jones's dejected eyes, I couldn't understand why the medications weren't working. It made my chest feel heavy. The turning factor that brought me to this point is that I was powerless to do anything but increase his dosage. Mr. Jones eventually died as a result of complications. It completely rocked me. What was lacking in contemporary medicine? What was the actual method for assisting patients? I began reading up on rice and health as much as I could. I almost fell asleep. After years of research, I came to the stunning realization that, depending on how it is prepared and consumed, rice can either be poison or medicine. I never would have guessed that some rice cooking methods had such a significant favorable effect on inflammation and blood sugar. I'll never forget the moment of realization when I realized that the answer was so obvious, but nobody was listening. Some people were first dubious, but those who tried these techniques began to notice remarkable improvements in their health. The secrets I will reveal today may seem too simple to be real. However, this is more than a collection of unrelated facts. It's a collection of crucial hints to improve your health forever. Therefore, kindly watch through to the finish, comprehend the entire picture, and quickly put it into practice. Before we begin, I have a favor to ask. What I'm going to tell you can significantly improve your health. However, it could backfire if you just have fragments of the knowledge and attempt to replicate it incorrectly. Thus, kindly pay attention and carefully follow the directions. This is for your health, and it would help me produce more useful stuff if you could like and subscribe to this video. The first secret is to soak your rice. Let's transform poisonous rice into rice that can sustain life right now. Many people forget the first secret, which is to properly soak your rice. Many people simply rinse it quickly and put it in the rice cooker. Yes, but how long and how you soak your rice affects its nutritional worth and how it affects your body. Give your rice at least half an hour to soak. This aids in the breakdown of phytic acid in the bran layer, which can prevent your body from absorbing vital minerals like iron, calcium, and zinc, simply by letting your rice soak. Additionally, soaked rice is easier to digest, and you can increase the absorption of these nutrients. For elderly people or those with sensitive stomachs, this can have a significant impact. Mrs. Susan Miller, a 72-year-old patient of mine, frequently complained of indigestion and bloating after meals. After a month, the pain was nearly gone after I advised her to soak her rice before cooking it. She was really appreciative. Before cooking, rinse your rice multiple times and soak it in warm water for at least half an hour or even an hour. This makes the rice softer and chewier by facilitating even water penetration into the grains. Just be careful not to soak it for more than 3 hours, as bacteria might grow, especially in hot temperatures. What is the typical soaking time for rice? A minor lifestyle modification might have a big impact on your health. Add vinegar as the second secret. A teaspoon of vinegar, a unique ingredient, is the second secret. I understand your thoughts. The rice won't taste strange at all because of that. That tablespoon of vinegar can actually improve your health. Acetic acid is present in vinegar. Acetic acid naturally reduces the rate at which your body breaks down and absorbs carbs, preventing blood sugar rises. According to a well-known study from Johns Hopkins University, adding vinegar to rice can reduce its glycemic index by 31%, which is fantastic news for diabetics and anyone attempting to control their blood sugar levels. A patient who is 67 years old. After taking my advice and adding a teaspoon of vinegar to his rice every day, Mr. Jerry Thompson's fasting blood sugar stabilized in a matter of months. He had been diagnosed with prediabetes and was experiencing a lot of stress, which prevented him from sleeping. He was ecstatic. It's simple to accomplish. Simply combine the rice and water in your rice cooker with a tablespoon of naturally fermented vinegar, such as apple cider vinegar. Using naturally fermented vinegar is crucial. The health advantages of synthetic vinegar will be diminished, and it may even cause gastrointestinal irritation. Start with half a tablespoon and see how it makes you feel if you have a sensitive stomach. The third secret is the golden ratio of oatmeal. Making smart use of oats is the third secret. Most people are aware that oatmeal is a superfood, but there are significant differences in how much and how it is consumed. Beta-glucan is a unique type of soluble fiber that is abundant in oatmeal. Beta-glucan functions like a sponge when it enters your body, absorbing and eliminating harmful cholesterol from your blood vessels. This enhances circulation and cleanses your blood vessels. Additionally, oatmeal reduces the speed at which food passes from the stomach into the small intestine, preventing blood sugar rises. According to a National Institutes of Health study, consuming rice with a specific quantity of oatmeal can reduce blood sugar levels by 43%. Whoa, a patient who is 75 years old, Mrs. Dorothy Smith, was quite concerned about her high cholesterol and early diabetes symptoms, but she began eating rice mixed with 5% to 7% oatmeal every day. Her blood sugar was constant and her cholesterol had significantly improved after 3 months. She had a childlike smile. 1 cup of rice, or roughly 150 grams, can be used as a base to make oatmeal rice at home. To use 7% of the whole amount, add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of oats, or roughly 5%. The golden ratio is that. Keep in mind that eating too much oatmeal might still have negative effects. Before consuming oatmeal, see your doctor if you have renal issues because it may induce bloating or indigestion. Secret number 4, turmeric power. Turmeric is the fourth secret. One frequent spice is turmeric. It is an essential component of curry, but most people are unaware that it can also function as a natural insulin substitute in rice. Curcumin, a polyphenol molecule, is the active component of turmeric. Curcumin is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. It improves insulin resistance, which makes it particularly beneficial for those who have trouble controlling their blood sugar. In a 10-year study, the National Institutes of Health discovered that people who regularly took curcumin experienced an average 23% decrease in insulin resistance, which is comparable to the effects of some oral diabetes medications. Insulin resistance is the result of your body's insulin hormone not functioning properly. Mrs. 69 is a patient. Helen Clark had difficulties from her diabetes. Following a consultation with her physician, she began incorporating turmeric rice into her meals. She was able to cut back on her medication as her blood sugar control improved. She was really appreciative. Turmeric rice is simple to prepare. Simply add 1 or 2 pinches of turmeric powder to warm cooked rice and stir to incorporate. If you think the taste is too strong, start with a little amount and work your way up to your preferred level. Be sure to use pure turmeric powder rather than curry powder, which contains additional ingredients. Consult your doctor before consuming turmeric if you have gallbladder problems or are taking any drugs. The fifth secret is to cool and reheat. We've finally arrived to the final secret. This is an easy yet effective way to cool your rice and then reheat it. It may appear to be a hassle. However, once you learn about the amazing health benefits, you won't skip it. The starch structure changes when newly cooked rice is allowed to cool at room temperature for 30 to 60 minutes. Resistant starch is a good carbohydrate that is created naturally. Instead of being broken down and absorbed in your stomach or small intestine, resistant starch travels directly to your large intestine, where it is consumed by the billions of good bacteria that reside there, enhancing gut health and boosting immunity. According to an Oxford University study, warming and cooling rice can boost resistant starch by up to 18%. Isn't that remarkable for a patient who is 74 years old? Mr. Donald Robinson experienced irritable bowel syndrome and persistent constipation, but his bowel movements improved once he began cooling and reheating his rice. After cooking, open the rice cooker's top to allow the rice to cool for 30 to 60 minutes. Then, reheat it before eating, but proceed with caution. In hot temperatures, bacteria can thrive and cause food poisoning, so don't leave the cooled rice at room temperature for too long. The cooled rice can be eaten immediately or refrigerated for a day or two. In conclusion, here are the 5 keys to producing nutritious rice that can sustain life. Since these techniques are straightforward and understated, you may be questioning whether they can actually have an impact. However, keep in mind that even minor lifestyle adjustments can have a greater impact on your health than you may realize. It's never too late to begin using these techniques. In fact, today may be the first step toward living a longer, healthier life. Here are the main conclusions to summarize. 1. Give your rice enough time to soak. 2. When cooking, add a teaspoon of naturally fermented vinegar. 3. Add oatmeal in the ideal proportion of 5% to 7%. 4. To warm cooked rice, add a pinch of turmeric powder. 5. To optimize resistant starch, cool your rice and then reheat it. These techniques are all modest but crucial investments in your well-being. Begin with a single immediate action and observe the remarkable transformations it brings about in your body. Additionally, never forget to cook and eat with appreciation. Your body's reaction to food might be influenced by your feelings about it. Next week, I'll talk about a unique chemical that can help reduce your body's chronic inflammation. I hope you lead a happy and healthy life, and I'll see you then.